This, I got a sequence right here where I want to show you guys the difference between working hard and working smart. So let's get right into it. In this sequence right here, Philly is playing against Miami. Miami's at home. And Miami just scored a basket. Philadelphia just called the timeout. So right out of timeout, let's see what set Brent Brown draws up. So Jason Richardson brings the ball up, and we have pause right here. We go into a ball screen. We're going to a ball screen with Ben Simmons and Jason Richardson. Jimmy Butler, knowing that Ben Simmons is a guard, but Ben Simmons is a non-shooter, he just wants to prevent him from rolling to the basket, getting an easy dunk. So what Jimmy Butler's doing is he's sagging off. He's going to live with Ben Simmons shooting the ball instead of him going at the rim. Now Jason Richardson has to make the read off of this. Ben Simmons is a smart player, understands that. So what happens right here is on the catch, Embiid is looking for a steal right here. Tyler Hero cannot help off of that because we have a shooter in the corner. So now it's mano and mano right here. Ben Simmons knows that. The play that Brent Brown wrote down. It's too quick. Boom, we get a basket, we get the and one. We get the and one. So great execution by Philadelphia. Again, great read by Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons understands how other teams are going to play him. He understands that they're going to sag off of him. So by not having that ball pressure up front, Ben Simmons is able to make that clear pass to Joel Embiid. All right? So now Philadelphia has the ball. They're going up. So first thing, off of this, you weren't able to see it in this clip, but they denied the point guard to bring the ball up. So Jimmy Butler's bringing the ball up. So now what's happening here, he's going to bring the ball up. We got Goran sprinting up. This is going to be called a get action, where Jimmy Butler's going to pass the ball to Dragic. Dragic's going to give it back, and he's going to attack right off of that. Philadelphia understands that. It's okay, we'll live with Jimmy Butler shooting. Now, we'll bring the ball up over here. Fill. Spots are filled. Guys are running ahead of the ball. In early transition, what are we taught on defense? Sink back, protect the paint. But now we got shooters spread out in the corner and at the wing over here. Easy bucket. We'll live. Mike Scott's a pretty decent shooter. All right, again, so I don't know if you guys were able to see that right here. See, well, look at that action right here. We sprint. Everybody's so worried about Ben Simmons. They sprint out. We get that. Okay, so you notice here, we're playing defense on Goran Dragic, right? So who's bringing the ball up again? Jimmy Butler, right? So Jimmy Butler has out. We got Tyler Hero over here. And right here, I'm going to pause it right here. So now we get the ball in our primary ball handler's hand. Our scorer has already touched the ball, but now look, it's already short clock. So by denying our point guard right from the beginning, we allow ourselves to make someone else bring the ball, and it's not necessarily what the other team wants to do. So it makes the other team be uncomfortable. Now look, Goran Dragic is forced to take a shot up against Joel Embiid. Contest. So, again, bailing the defense up. Again, right here. Bailing the defense out again. Goran Dragic has the biggest guy on him. What Goran Dragic should do right here is look to attack the basket. Look to attack the basket. You can't bail him out with 10 seconds left. But Philadelphia will take it. And my reasoning behind him attacking the basket is that you got the biggest guy on you on the perimeter, which means that there's no shot blocking at the rim. So Goran Dragic has to take advantage of that. Move, and then you might maybe get that little dump off pass to Jimmy Butler right here, or someone's going to sink. We might get a corner three, right? So here they bail him out. They call him for an offensive foul because in the NBA you cannot kick your feet. All right, so right here, don't forget, 2-point game. We're down 6, 2-point game. Okay, so again, working hard versus working smart. So you guys will see here, we're gonna run the same action. I'm gonna let it run. So you guys will see here across half court, we're gonna run the same exact action. Bring the ball up, we're going to screen. This time Ben's gonna, oh, okay, so pause. Sorry. So, we're gonna run the exact same action right here. This time, we get 2 on the ball. That's a great read by Jason Richardson. Kelly Olynyk cannot really help off of that because we have someone in the corner. He understands that you draw 2, he's driving. Now what Embiid should do over here is he does it, but he does it a little bit too late. On his drive, Embiid has to circle under because over here there is no help. Bam Adebayo is going to have to help on the ball, and that's where we get that domino going. But right now, Embiid, what he does is that he stays. He does it a little bit afterwards, but it's a little bit too late. He would have gotten an easy layup if he had done it before. So Ben Simmons going to the basket. We got to get that little roll right here. You guys see what I mean? If he would have whooped, he would have had an open shot right here. Anyways, we got trees over here. We're grabbing offensive rebounds. Again, multiple efforts on the board. So Embiid's gonna go to free throw line. Embiid's at the free throw line. He's knocking down free throws. And look, we have tie game. And now we have tie game. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. Look at this. 2 minutes left. We're picking up 94 feet. We're making the offense uncomfortable. Now look when Goran Dragic starts off the offense. There's 15 seconds left. So now they're going off the screens. Now we bait them into speeding up their offense. Look, right here. Go, see we're playing defense, contest. They're speeding up. We're contesting. They grab the offensive rebound. And then we're going to get a missed shot right here. Philadelphia, again. They're doing the little things. So now we're bringing the ball up. Now, the ball's going to Embiid. Right here, Embiid's going to decide to post. Now, this is where we have to be a little bit... So now, over here, Embiid brings the ball up. Right? It's going. Embiid brings the ball up. We got to post up. We got Embiid posting up over here. 2 things. Embiid's a right-handed player. So if we're going to maybe we do a better job, we let Embiid finish with his left hand. But right here, what's going to happen is we're going to help on that. Slightly right here. Right? The double's coming from the top. Embiid's going to find this, and then we have dominoes. Right here. Boom, boom, pass. Miami has to understand that when the pass goes into the post, we get the double. What they're going to look for those passes where they could just reverse the ball around the perimeter. Problem with that is understanding how players are taught. So what Tyler Hero has a decision to make over here. This is Trey Burke, okay? If you guys haven't seen him, young AI, man, plays exactly like Allen Iverson. Trey Burke could maybe, you got to get the defense the chance to freeze for you to maybe get the opportunity for our players to reset. So what Tyler Hero has to do over here is instead of closing out on Trey Burke, who needs a rhythm dribble to shoot, you got to understand scouting report. He needs a rhythm dribble to shoot. So what Tyler Hero has to do over here is he has to maybe stunt at this gap right here because this is a catch and shoot shooter. That's his job. Catch. Korkmaz is catch, shoot. That's his job. Trey Burke is work off the pick and roll, rhythm, get into your shot, pull. So he has to understand that. So on the reversal, you got to stunt at this gap right here, make offense freeze for like a split second, and then maybe give the chance to your team to recover. But Tyler Hero comes out directly at him, and then we get a 3 in the corner. We go from being down to now being up 3. So you guys see here, we're gonna have a good cut right here by Derrick Jones. That's a basket. Okay. Now, back to the exact same thing. It's end of the quarter. You know who's gonna get the ball. You know who's gonna get the ball. The ball's going to Joel Embiid. Anytime you have a dominant post player, you got to give yourself a chance. So even though Miami's undersized, Miami has to understand that if we give Embiid 16 seconds, 15 seconds with the ball in his hands, we don't stand a chance. But if we apply some full court pressure, make him bring the ball up over the half court at maybe 16 seconds, maybe Embiid gets 2 dribbles instead of having 4 dribbles. So right away off of that, Miami gets the chance to gives himself the chance. You see here, Trey Burke, same thing. He's posting up, we clear out, there's no ball pressure. It's easy for Philly to go over here. So now Embiid has the ball with a full 14 seconds. You're in trouble if you're Miami. So he's going, draws a foul, count it, bucket. So like we said, maybe if we apply a little bit of ball pressure, maybe we play with Embiid has the ball maybe 8 seconds. But now you give him the chance to face up, make his move, read the defense, and jab. So it's all those little things that come into effect. So now fast forward. Last possession of the quarter over here. We're going to go pick and roll. Now we're going pick and roll with Jason Richardson and Joel Embiid. Okay? Jason Richardson makes a great read on this one because Jason Richardson understands that Bam Adebayo's main concern is to not get beat at the rim with Joel Embiid rolling. So what happens over here is we have defense trailing. If he lets this develop, you're going to have the gaps open up, right? Now Trey Burke has to understand over here that by him standing over here, he's kind of messing up the spacing a little bit, and you guys will see he kind of gets in the way of Jason Richardson. What Trey Burke has to do is Trey Burke has to space out, go over here, get into the vision of the player, right here. Okay? So right here, you guys see? Boom. So what happens right here is Goran Dragic goes from being on the weak side to being on the strong side. Okay, so he goes from being opposite side of the ball handler defensively to having to be the next man up to have the defend right here. This is very hard to guard. So what Trey Burke has to do is, if Trey Burke spaces out over here, we have 2-on-1 on the other side, right? So Embiid's gonna roll at the rim. Jason Richardson's gonna take advantage of that, and we're gonna score a basket, right? So again, and this is how they finish the corner. So we're go from being down 6 to being up 5 to start the second quarter. And again, the biggest thing, don't mistake being active on the court don't mistake being active on the court just because you're active on the court, it does not mean that you're actually doing things with purpose, right? Don't mistake activity for purpose. And this is what we're able to see in this sequence to finish the first quarter.